Hi, I'm Kazuyoshi. One of my friends told me the challenge he's facing, and it's about, I know it's a traditional and one of the most thing for us to tackle, but it's about the way of working. And we all know that we cannot change other people, and so we have to sort of deal with the way people think, and of course, other people deal with the way you think or I think. So it's for both sides. It works for both sides, and that's usually okay. However, when we are working in a corporation and there's a project or a task that we need to work on, sometimes or maybe often it's gonna be very difficult. And the reason is, of course, as you know, things are quickly changing and the way of thinking which worked 10 years ago or 20 years ago sometimes does not is not applicable anymore, and also it's not just 10 years because we have a history of 50 40 50 60 years. Then it's got to be much more difficult because those people, including myself, have been changing over and over. And at some point, we start to feel that okay, I've changed enough, and I don't want to change anymore, or uh, or it's just overcapacity to acquire, learn new things, and so see, those kind of things could have happened. So going back to the original short story that I have referred before, that there are people who are not adapting to the new way of working. The reason they don't or can't learn new thing or can't apply and adapt to the new situation environment is it's not just because they are stubborn or it's because they are registering kind of a registering to something. It could be because they know something different, very different from you, or they believe in something very different from you or the organization. And yeah, we sense that, okay, this group of guys, this or people believes in different thing, and we sort of feel that it's impossible to persuade them or ask them or things like that. And I fully agree with that. And how do I deal with that without having an immediate solution? And I'd never say that I have a solution for that. But the only thing that I can do is to try to understand what they're believing and what they know. And of course, there is a single word that can be used as a belief, which could be between believing and knowing. I don't think it is strong enough as knowing, but it's very close to knowing. But in any case, belief is okay if you want to use that. Try to understand their belief. But for me, it's much more easier to deal with when I clarify whether he knows this or whether he believes this. Because belief is easy, relatively easy, because depending on situation, they can learn something. And if you know that, it's gonna be a strong paradigm for people because they deeply think that they know that it's not gonna. It's great. It's the core of the world for its people. And of course, that no came. was built based on their history and all the experiences and also the thoughts and go for the future. So the only way is that we cannot change their past experience because that has happened, or at least that they think that has happened. The reason I say this is because all the past memories are memories, which means whether we don't know whether that is true or not. But let's talk about that in a different opportunity. I know this is becoming long, so I need to wrap up now. However, the point is that I'm gonna follow up with this topic because this is going to be a very interesting and powerful concept that I can introduce. And whenever you encounter a situation or a person who seems so stubborn that he's not gonna change, she's not gonna change the way she thinks or work. What I try to do is that I have to accept. Number one, I have to accept the reality that she's not gonna change easily. And number two, of course, I throw a doubt to myself whether I'm right or wrong, but leave it. It's gonna be a longer discussion. The other thing is that I try to understand, just try, I don't know, I try to understand what she believes and what she knows. So I'm sure you need more explanation about this, but uh, this time I'm gonna wrap up here so that I can continue next time and hope to see you again soon. Thank you.